Son, if you're listening, I'm dead. But I left you this podcast. You'll be all right. Just pretend that I went out for smokes. Hello, everybody. It's the Out for Smokes boys, coming off fresh of two complete real dog shit bad episodes. But now we got a good episode. We got a good episode planned, and we're very excited to have a very special guest. What?
I always am asked to do things after they fall to shit, so I'm really glad to.
No, but you're allowed to have a couple bad podcast
for
episodes.
sure.
But the thing with a bad podcast episode is, like, you know when it's happening. You know as soon as you start recording that it's going to be. But it's just like it's like watching like a train derail or something.
Yeah, but like if you were the conductor and it was very easy to stop it and start over. You go like, hey, let's readjust our moods.
What happened?
Maybe can we hug each other quick?
I mean, what was so bad about the podcast?
It's like driving your car and seeing a grandmother getting closer and closer and just being fully able to stop but just running her over anyway.
It's like watching your uncle die of AIDS, but when you have a time machine, I guess.
Yeah.
You essentially
you could go like to the guy who tried to give him AIDS and be like, "Don't fuck him."
Yeah.
Don't fuck this guy, uncle.
It's like watching Rock Hudson die of AIDS when you have the cure for AIDS. Yes.
Right. When you're like the U.S. government, right, Sean?
That's right. When you're the CIA watching Rock Hudson die from the AIDS virus that they invented.
It's kind of cool. I mean, you never know. Podcasts fall apart all the time. This one might be falling apart.
No.
This might just be on its over on its legs.
Isn't that what that book is about? You know? Things Fall Apart. It's about podcasting, right?
Yeah, it's about podcasting.
It's about podcasting in
sure.
Africa.
Podcasting in Africa.
Right.
Seamless transition.
It ends with him hanging himself with an XLR cable. After that, if anybody read it, they might get that.
But we have a very special guest today. So many credits, too many credits to
for
even
networks that are now completely irrelevant.
Exactly. You've seen him on Conan. You've seen him on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon.
Who?
You've seen him on. You've seen him on Comedy Central's The John Oliver Show.
Not the one now. The one that was on years ago. Did you do that?
That was a good show. No, I didn't. But that was a good show.
That was a pretty good stand-up showcase show. I got to say, for a stand-up showcase show, that was probably one of the better ones they've had, I guess. But yeah, man, now it's just going to be like, your credit is going to be like, oh, I have my special on Boingo. It's only at the airport. You can only watch it for like 15 minutes, It's just a different time now. I don't even know what credits mean now.
Well, I don't even care about that. Just like my personal life's also kind of falling apart. Like I
how so?
Well,
you're still married with a kid.
Yeah, I'm married with a kid, but I'm letting them down every day. It's hard for me to look at my wife in the face. I'm just thinking about. I finally looked at my credit card statement the other day because I know that money was tight, and it's like, I started like gathering change in the apartment to go deposit to the bank, and I went to the bank and I tried to deposit. I also have this like 20 that's taped together that I've had for a long time.
Oh my God, this fucking poor bank teller.
I know.
Seeing Mike coming in with his bag of Sacagaweas.
I know, this heavy like
probably
Ziploc,
foreign currency in there too.
Bag. Yeah.
He's trying to sell it as tape outside. That's how it's more tape than dollar. $2 for this tape.
Financial planner Mike stops buying ketchup and he says it just relies on the bag of McDonald's ketchups that he has in his fridge.
Yeah. I know. I just felt like so bad about myself. And then in line ahead of me, there was this like Italian guy, like probably like 10 years older than me, just talking to the teller, and I hear him go like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come back tomorrow and take." And you could tell this guy was just like a glorified janitor, whatever his job was. Right. But like, I'm just watching somebody who made just better life decisions, than I did. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take 30 out for my daughter's college," and I'm thinking like, he doesn't mean $30. I'm just like so mad at this guy. I'm like, your daughter's gonna go fucking learn Marxism and get gangbanged at
Actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, wherever fucking state school she's going, buddy.
Has your job ever sent you to the bank?
What's that?
Has your job ever sent you to the bank?
No.
Oh, man.
No. I was like, my kid's never going to go to college. Wait, does the slaughterhouse send you to the bank?
Dude, the slaughterhouse used to send me to the bank when I had blood on me. And I'd be like, I can't walk into a fucking bank like this. I'd have blood all over my shirt and pants.
Yeah.
With sometimes it would be changed, whatever
Would
it was.
they give you weird looks or no?
Well, everywhere I went, they make me go to the deli. I go, I don't want to go, and please don't make me go anywhere. Let me just stay here.
Yeah.
And they go get. I'd always have to. It'd be like, it's 10 a.m. The liquor store would open. You gotta go to the liquor store. So I'm like the bloody guy that would buy beer for everybody at 11 a.m. And I go, I don't drink. And
that's a job you have to drink in the morning at a job like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You're at a slaughterhouse. That's not a job to do
They
sober.
don't tell you about that. They go like, oh, farmers, the day ends at like 4. And it's like, yeah, because they're like stumbling by 2. And then you drag them in the barn by 3.
They're trying to milk a pig, you know?
The lady at the bank, she's like, he's got his period. He's a trans man. I don't know.
Yeah, Scott.
What accent was that?
It's Jamaican.
Yeah, it was kind of Jamaican. It was like Jamaican, then became like a prince.
Dan. Come on.
Scott,
Sir, why are you bringing all your coins and your taped up $20 bill here?
It was a Jamaican lady.
It was.
At the and
boy, oh boy,
and I go, yeah. So I got these coins. I just slammed the fucking coins. It's like $130 in coins, and and then I go, and also like I've had this 20 for a long time. I don't know if I can cash this in or whatever. And she's like, she looks at it. She goes, well, the serial numbers are different. So I couldn't.
Like it was two different dollars.
Well, Deb.
You sewed them together.
Yeah, Deb.
Oh my God.
Deb was the one that taped it together. She taped it together like a long time
And there's
ago.
a third one. It has a man with a
He thought they were
monocle.
gonna make a baby. He thought if he puts you together, they'd make a baby. You get 50 cents. $1.50.
One of these, he like draws in George Washington, you know.
No, it was a 20, but I think it was either my dog or my kid ripped up the this money like a long time ago.
yeah, she's like, half of this $100 bill is blue, and it's half the size. It has the Monopoly Man on it.
Yeah. It's just a currency from like Czechoslovakia or something, some country that doesn't exist.
Oh man, that
anymore.
poor woman, man.
I know, it was so, and I'm just watching this. I got so mad at this other Italian guy just sending his daughter to college. I'm like, I'm never gonna send my kid to college.
You may, you know, they may have
I don't know.
like they may have a custodial opening at the college
Right.
that he lives near. No.
I guess I'm gonna push him to like do a trade or something.
I mean, it depends on like how your kid grows up, right? Like if your
Yeah.
kid, if it seems like he's intellectually curious, college, and if not, make him fucking, take him to trade school, man.
Yeah.
Teach him to like climb trees or something.
Yeah. I mean, even if like society could be completely broken apart by that point anyway.
Yeah, so you go teach him to climb trees. Worst case scenario, the world goes to shit, and then he could survive better than everybody because he knows how to climb trees.
Yeah.
Okay, say it doesn't go to shit, and he knows how to climb trees. I don't know, he makes more money than us by just knowing how to climb trees, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like a local news station could interview him.
Yeah.
That's so hilarious that like Scott thinks that the way to make it is just to become like a Huck Finn character.
Yeah, you pick like a specific
make
thing
him the
you're good
best
at.
at skipping stones.
That's how things used to work
Growing
back
trees.
then. Right? They go, look at it, he could do this. And then all the townspeople came and they saw you do the one thing you were good at good. And they'd build a statue of you.
When you get interviewed by Channel 2 CBS, that's like $80,000. Those local news budgets go crazy.
Crime scenes. Hoping to get paid. Yeah, I got something to say.
Scott just removes all his teeth, hoping he can get interviewed to talk about UFOs.
I met a guy at a bar once who he said his job was he would just sell disaster footage around New York to local news.
Yeah.
Like, there's there's like
what a crazy fucking job that
It's
is.
the coolest job.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's a fire, and so people would just go and like take a cell phone video of the fire, but it's like you can sell that to local news. And so people just upload it on Instagram not knowing. So he'll just like go around whenever there's a fire or a shooting or whatever, and he'll like either get footage or he'll just buy footage off people there, then sell it back to all the different local news stations.
Like a Nightcrawler. Kind
Yeah,
of.
basically.
Peter Parker should have did that.
Yeah, imagine how that guy felt when the second plane hit the hit the towers. He's like, "Oh my god!"
He opens Zillow. He's like, "Oh, I could get some with the patio." Yeah.
His daughter confronts him like Meadow Soprano confronting Tony. She's like, "Do you sell disaster footage to local news?"
And I work at an honest business.
Yeah.
Firefighters and photographers were headed towards the building. Nobody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tries to buy the 9/11 footage. He's like, there's no planes in here. What? There's just lasers.
Yeah. So I counted out my change. I swear I had $145 because I even like. I have the coin rollers. You know, I've been saving those for like a rainy day.
Wait.
And then I even have,
Mike, I have a coin jar. Do you have an estimate as to how much you think is in there?
That's probably about $160.
You want to pick it up first?
No, I'm pretty sure.
Mike, you want to shake it? To your ear?
I'll appraise that for you. Give me 10%. Actually, why don't I just buy that off you, Sean? I'll buy that off you for $80.
Mike to make money. He goes to diners and guesses the gumballs. He makes $100 at every diner guessing gumballs.
Yeah, you guys are just like kids from Coney Island in 1920. Like, hey, say, you want to see me skip? I'll skip this plank for $10.
Dad, it's take your child to work day. What are we doing? All right. Here you go. You give him a leather jacket from fucking JCPenney. Just the shittiest leather jacket doesn't fit him.
Wait, JCPenney leather jackets suck?
What? I mean, their clothes or whatever. I don't know. We're probably insulting.
Kind I have.
We're probably insulting our entire.
Yeah, I mean they're not
base.
quality like Joseph A. Banks suits.
You got furious at SNL for that sketch, right? Because you're like, it's a good suit.
It is a good suit.
It is a good suit. It's not terrible. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, what's a bad suit? You're in a suit, you know?
Yeah.
Probably the ones like they use for caskets, probably, and that's it.
It was funny.
It's just not a nice target to write a sketch
do you have
about.
to?
You're on television.
Wait, what do you mean used for caskets? Like the?
Some people don't. You know, you bring your clothes. All right, spoiler.
So if like
alert,
it's a homeless guy who dies.
So like. Your family, your mom just passed away, right?
Yeah.
So you brought her clothes.
Jesus
there,
Christ,
right?
Byron Allen over here.
Tell me your favorite animal, your favorite color, and what sounds did your mom make when you finally pulled the plug?
Dan, that must have been painful, huh?
It was painful, huh?
I'm just setting him up to do a bit.
So you either pick out clothes or you go buy new ones, right?
We cremated her, so it was.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, anyway, you bring clothes, and then usually people, they bring everything. They'll bring underwear. They don't put underwear on a dead person, you know? But they take them. They don't go, they don't tell you. They don't go, what are you, nuts? We don't
That'd be a good way
much.
to, like, I just realized that would be a good way if, like, you're like a famous person that dies. Like, if you're Tara Reid that dies and you want to leave money for your kids, you put on panties, your funeral panties when you're buried, and after 3 months they dig you up, and then you sell the panties.
Yeah.
That's got to be a ton of money.
Excavating a body costs way more than
Yeah.
whatever someone's willing to pay for her panties.
Just watching the video, like,
Which I'm assuming if we DM her, we could
no,
get them for like a
I don't know about that. I don't know, Scott. She's like, hi, kids. If you're watching this video, I've passed away. Now I don't have a lot of money to leave you, but I have something more valuable.
my soiled panties. Yeah, at this point, her insides are falling out.
I know,
of her ass
dude. Are you kidding me?
There's
a guy. There's a market for that, man. Yeah. There is a market for that.
So after my funeral, wait till everybody leaves to go home. Say you want to be alone with the casket for a little bit. Okay, you're gonna open up the casket and take my.
No, but they kind of put everything in a bag.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Go to www.ebay.com. There's a certificate of authenticity.
No, Dan's right. That's why all the pyramids are empty. All the grave robbers were looking for Cleopatra's panties.
A cool thing to have.
grave robbing was so popular that it was like you could just have like mummy in your house, right? They were using it as like a candle kind of thing, you know? Like, oh, I'm pouring mummy over here. Like people were buying it and grinding it and then selling it like
in that true, Scott?
Massive way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best part of the job is like halfway through the grave robbing shift, you get to have sex with the corpse.
Yeah.
It's like a break, you know? Like 4 hours of digging, you're tired.
Yeah.
It can't be. I know there's necrophiliacs, but that can't be fun, you know, to me. It's not like
having a sex with a dead body.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. There's no new. Like all the new juices aren't sex juices, you know what I mean? They're like they're very different types of wet. It's a very different type of wet. You know?
You would hope though that the guy who thinks he's a necrophiliac is though, right? Because then you're fucking a dead body, you find out you don't like it. You do.
Yeah, there's no like I went through a dead body phase in college.
Yeah, you better love it. It better do something for you.
If you fuck a dead body and then you weren't into it, then you know you're just a guy who fucked a dead body.
Oh, if you regret fucking a dead body, man, the biggest burden maybe, right, is thinking you'd like it and you totally got nothing out of it.
Yeah.
You dug up a body and everything.
They had a skull and crossbones with a pride flag for necrophiliacs.
The guys who like pull their dicks out in front of dead bodies, like thinking they're about to get hard and they don't, and they're like, "Oh wow, okay, I guess."
That's what I mean. Like,
I'm not.
I think that's fine. You know, you just pull your dick out, see if anything moves, and then if it doesn't, you know,
That's not fine.
Wait,
just get there early at the wake. Get there before the family does.
You're like apologizing to the tombstone, like, "Sorry, I just started SSRIs. It's not you. It's."
Imagine you have like a new girlfriend, you're talking, and you're like, "What's the craziest thing you've done like sexually?" And then your girlfriend's like, "Okay, one time I fucked an entire basketball team," and then you're like, "Oh my god, that's so crazy." Well, okay, I guess I got to tell you mine now.
Or it's like really hot. Like I had a threesome with these two models, and it's like, "Oh really? Wow, you?" You're like, "Well, my uncle died a couple of years ago, and I wanted to see how it felt."
All right, Ashley, I fucked a dead body. Well, you fucked a basketball team, you fucking slut.
That's an interesting.
Where are you going?
Do you think your wife, if you told Deb, like, all right, like in the past, not while you're together, but like you finally admit, like in your past, like you're 19 years old, I fucked a dead body. You think she would stay, or she would have to get out of there?
She'd probably get out of it. Well, we got a kid, so it's different.
It's different.
It's like, you can't.
She would just passive aggressively say shit at the holidays, and she was pissed off.
Yeah. It's like you got to stay together for the kid.
Here's what I think the argument would be, which is so beautiful. Mike would tell her, like, I got to tell you this. And she'd go, I'm leaving. And then he'd be like, you're using it as an excuse. You wanted to fucking leave anyway. Like, he would jump over admitting that he fucked a dead body. And just be like, I can't believe you.
This is so you.
It's because I'm fat, right? That's what it really is. Just say what it really is.
You didn't lose interest a year ago. Okay, sweetheart.
Yeah,
it's because I just told
you know
you
what
that
this
now.
is about. This is because I gained 20 pounds.
And don't tell me otherwise. Judgmental.
Yeah, this is because it's because I fart at night, isn't it? Anyway, we got a lot to get into with Dan. Yeah, so I thought I had $145 in change, and then the lady goes, "Do you have another roll there?" And I go, no, and she goes, "Okay, because there's only 135 here." So I first she thinks I tried to like.
I thought it was gonna be like $26.
No, it was.
Damn it!
It was a nice $135. Yeah, that I put in there. Yeah, but
take the family out for a nice lunch.
Well,
Ben, Dad just took out $135 for your college.
Yeah, Ben, get whatever you want at Trader Joe's. It's going right in my pocket. My pants get bigger and bigger.
You just get more confident to like bail yourself out of jail for stealing.
They start making comments at Trader Joe's how big my pants are. Like, man, that guy every day his pants get bigger and bigger.
You're like, that's right, I'm the richest man in town.
Mike just wearing like Jinkos for shoplifting.
Yeah, I had some investments do pretty well recently. Me and my two friends started a little business venture. So I've been able to buy bigger and bigger pants. In the 1600s, it was a status symbol.
There should be a shoplifting gang of comedians.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're doing in the Bay Area.
I just shot somebody.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A couple weeks ago.
We talked about him on the pod some episodes ago.
Some comedian, I think it was from Ha. He shot some guy, and the guy survived, but...
Oh, Leo, yeah, I heard about him.
He's still lambing
He's
it,
still
right?
lambing it, baby.
That's
he got
awesome.
out? Wait, I thought he was arrested.
No, they haven't caught him yet.
As of
He's on the lam.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
We should
I have
start a
no
GoFundMe.
idea. I have no idea where he might be. Nobody told me anything.
Yeah, I was about to say a state, and then I didn't.
Yeah. No, I think.
Well, good for him, man.
Yeah.
Tramps like him, you know?
Yeah. You know,
Maybe they were born to run.
Comedians, we got to stick
Shot
together.
an innocent man. We're like, yeah, keep living your dream, bro.
But yeah, so yeah, you know, we got a lot to talk about with Dan. Well, you know, what I like about Dan's stand up is he's very comfortable, you know, talking about who he is. The opposite of this kid. There's a very sad story that I want to read.
The weirdest
to you guys.
transition.
I know, but I don't know. Yeah.
If I think it's going where I think.
Well, so we got a little news story here. High school football player Jordan DeMay driven to suicide after Nigerian sextortion scam. Anguish family reveals.
You brought up my ex and then brought up a kid's fucking suicide. Unlike Dan's ex, this kid was a closeted gay. He's an out there gay in his ex.
This was creepy, but not funny.
And by the way, a Nigerian group of people could definitely get me to kill myself. Like if they pulled their thoughts together, they could figure it out.
Dicks together.
They could figure it out. I'm not Mount Everest when it comes to not killing yourself. You know,
that's a game show in Nigeria.
Got done, kill himself.
Get fat white boy.
Your next challenge is to get that man
to kill himself on television.
That man drinking ranch on the bus. We now have to get him to kill himself.
But he's already doing it.
Yeah. All right, suck our cocks who thought the last episode was bad. Anyway.
I really want it to be bad now from the rest. Like, just because you said that, I want this to just bomb for the rest of the episode.
You're going to start stuttering.
I think we're back, baby.
This is my favorite Mike moment. We went to, I forget where we went. We went to some French place, and the check came, and he goes, I got it. Hey, I got it. It was, like, really nice. And he looks at the receipt. He goes, fuck! And I was like, I got it, man. And I just got it. He goes, thank you.
Where was that?
It was like in a Le Pan Quotidian or something.
Oh, yeah. Le Pan Quotidian. Some fucking like, chain.
No, yeah, it was like a chain. It wasn't even that expensive.
Bread. It wasn't even like an actual restaurant.
No, it wasn't like Park Avenue. But it was just you like being like I got like real like chivalrous. And I worked there. Are you fucking kidding me?
I think I worked there at the time. Yeah, but they're like a Panera Bread type chain. They're like slightly nicer than yeah.
So this kid killed himself because this Nigerian group of
people.
it's
really sad. I was reading about this. So a Michigan family sounding the alarm about sextortion scams on social media after a Nigerian man allegedly drove their 17-year-old son, a high school football player, to commit suicide. Jordan DeMay, a student at Marquette Senior High School, was found dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound March 25th, 2022. Oh, 2022. That's weird. But I think they just caught the guys. After that appeared to be from after he was contacted by an Instagram account that appeared pop-ups to be from a woman with the username.
So glad you guys do so much prep for this.
Yeah. Want more?
1 second.
Subscribe and pay. Yes, Dan, that's what subscribe.
To the New York Post.
Guys, to read this paragraph, I got to finish this game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it says the story here, meet hot MILFs in your area.
Get real woman fuck tonight.
You ever like watch porn and you have the same pop-up video like it seems like 6 months in a row? That's happened to me.
I don't really watch porn. I actually just deleted my OnlyFans account.
Oh,
because it was just too much money.
Wait, your OnlyFans? Like,
what's that?
Were you saying something?
No. What's that? What?
Your OnlyFans?
Yeah, my.
Well, it's the hidden camera him and Deb have.
It's just
me and my super share is
just you making
account.
sausage naked. There'd be a market for that, I think.
Yeah, there probably is. So anyway, the account had been hacked and sold to Samuel Ogoshi, a 22-year-old Nigerian who allegedly used the profile to force young men into sending him explicit images of themselves, according to the news outlet. I can send these nudes to everyone and also send your nudes until it goes viral.
It's starting into a Japanese accent now.
Is
it's
it?
Like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of juice.
But the lesson of like, you know, these scammers, they get you to send a dick pic and then they blackmail you. It's like only send your dick to women who don't ask for it.
Right.
And then you know that's not a scam, and you don't have to worry about this.
It's just extra sad because since they're in Nigeria, them comprehending that we'd be upset that someone saw our dicks is so funny to them.
Oh,
yeah.
And then they're like, wait, they'll kill themselves over. If the world saw my dick, I'd have a parade. That's what they're thinking,
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great idea for a fucking situational comedy. Just like this Nigerian group of guys who hijacked high school kids until they kill themselves, Yeah, make it like the new Wayans brothers or something.
Yeah.
There's a story of Sukarno was the first independent president of Indonesia. He was later overthrown in a CIA coup. But he was kind of independent, so both the KGB and the CIA were trying to blackmail him, and they both did, they tried to do sex blackmail against Sukarno. The CIA did, but also the KGB did. And apparently the KGB got a videotape, he's married, him having sex with, 2 KGB women. They got a video of it, and they showed it to him to try to blackmail him, and he was like, this is awesome. Can you send me a copy?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just sad because I guess this guy posed as like a woman and was like, "Send me your dick," and then he was like, "If you don't send me $1,000, I'm going to make it go viral." And the kids was like sent him $300 and he didn't have any more money. And then he was like, the kid was like, "I'm gonna kill myself." And the Nigerian, I don't know it was a Nigerian guy. He's like, "Yeah, okay, we'll do it." And the kid shot himself. Very sad. Very sad, very tragic.
You're also going to start making these guys think they have magic powers. You just do what they tell them. Give me money. He gives you money. I'm going to kill myself. Okay, and then you do it. It's like, Jesus, they'll do anything I ask them to do.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I'm glad that you're here because most women in comedy over the age of 30 have seen probably both our penises. Either
you
in
always
photos
say something
or...
uncomfortable. But you always bring up the one time I asked Deb out or something up on the podcast.
You asked Deb out?
Like way before they started dating, and
before,
now my wife and her are friends, and it's always awkward when he brings it up.
When do I don't bring it.
The last podcast I did with you was the sit down.
Bringing that up. You
brought it up. Yeah, you brought it up on the sit down.
Oh, okay.
And I had to awkwardly look the other way because Deb had just given me a drink or something,
Was it? I thought we did it over Zoom.
No, I was there one time.
You were there?
There was something. It was something.
Oh, it must have been years ago.
Mike being like, wait, when were you at my place without my knowledge? Dad made you a drink. We were on Zoom. Because I was on the road. You were at my fucking house?
You fucked my wife.
That podcast Deb and I do at your house.
Well, it's just interesting because I remember I was on Instagram one time and I was filming my dog for my stories, and then I had my penis out, and I guess that the camera picked up my penis.
What cover of what really happened is this?
Like probably 2 years ago. No, like 3 years ago.
I should have seen this.
Wait, you were you were live streaming your dog.
I was filming my dog for my story, and then I
you
did.
were butt naked.
Yeah.
You had a kid at this time, so you're
no.
Thank
Before
naked
before
with a
I had
child at home.
No,
but you weren't erect, right?
No. But I think someone probably screen grabbed the picture of my penis, and I'm sure it showed up on Reddit or whatever.
Wait, that happened?
Yeah. I imagine that's it's like Slender Man and then Mike's penis. It's like a creepypasta.
That had the picture of your penis.
Well, I put my penis in my Instagram story. Yeah.
Well, your penis is weird because it's thick in the middle, right? And then
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like a chode.
No, it's on my friend. I'm just my friend. A chode is if it's fatter than it is long.
Well, it's very wide in the middle.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it hasn't been erect in so long. I don't know what to tell you.
My dick has definitely gotten smaller as I've gotten fatter.
Yeah.
Think of Italian desserts in Little Italy.
Mm-hmm.
What does your dick look like if you had to pick? Is it an eclair? Is it?
It probably looks like one of those sandwich butter cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe like an eclair.
Mine's like a fucking mussels marinara, just a giant clam and a giant shell and a tiny clam.
You pick not even a dessert to describe your dick.
Yeah. We're having treats here, and he's like, seafood. Oh, thanks, Dan. Yuck.
Here's my.
He's in a different restaurant.
What type of treat is your dick? He's like, seaweed.
Dan's like, there's this Thai dish. You can only get it in my neighborhood. It's a soup.
Mike's like, I was just trying to take a picture of my dog, and then somehow a picture of my dick ended up in Micah Fox's DMs.
Have you ever? I did have this once where I was like, it was like I was hungover in college, and I was like, and I remember I talked to somebody, and I was so like. It was the next morning, like we were all going to breakfast, and my zipper was open.
Well,
and
let me ask you this, Dan.
open.
Do you get it? Are you a guy who like gets embarrassed, or do you kind of just roll with these things when they
What
happen?
are you talking about?
You don't
when
seem
the
like
Nigerian team blackmails me.
No, but you don't seem like a guy who gets embarrassed. You're
Of course I get embarrassed.
You're comfortable.
I saw your dick and balls, remember? This dumb motherfucker. Dude, you were in the group chat. This was years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
He's like trying to brag
okay.
to us.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he
yeah.
sends us a
Ric Flair.
picture of him with like a championship belt naked.
Yeah.
And he's like, he thinks he's covering his dick with a championship belt. But if you zoom in,
But it was so under. It was under a Ric Flair action figure, and you just saw the head and then the two balls. Yeah, it was. I remember that. Yeah,
No, I feel like I've seen Dan's dick like 6 or 7
you
times.
used to live with him, right?
Yeah, well, my dick. Well, I remember it's just pathetic. Like, and I looked down and my penis was out, but it wasn't erect. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Has that ever happened to you? Where it was just like the head was
My
just kind
penis
of
not being
sticking out.
erect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Staring at
Dan.
you, it was out, but not hard.
What if this kid had like an 8-inch dick? Like, why would you kill yourself unless you had a bad dick?
Well, he's probably like conservative or something and ashamed about.
see.
I mean, that's what I kind of gathered from reading this, and it's like it's just a shame because it's like I mean, also he's 17, but it's hard to imagine anybody being that embarrassed that you sent your dick to someone unless you were like super religious or whatever.
Well,
Yeah, unless it's a child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but also that generation too, you would think there'd be some level of either I have already sent my penis or I know people who have sent their penis.
We're the
and
last
that
generation to
has
fuck,
gotten them.
though. Do you know? Maybe you actually.
everyone
'cause
else
you're
is
right
acting
below
like
me.
pandas?
How old are you, Mike?
36.
You're
Almost.
36. Yeah, 39. And you're what? 32.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What,
so
people
it's
are
like
panda in it?
people aren't fucking anymore. Like pandemic, like in their 20s, like kids don't have sex anymore.
Is that medicine, you think?
I think it's porn and medicine, and weed and COVID. I think a combo of all
Our
those together.
podcast. It's because guys listen to podcasts
Yeah.
and girls hear it in the other room.
I also think like guys,
Honey, do you want to maybe come in here before I go to bed?
Yeah.
guys have a more unrealistic expectation of like what like every guy thinks now in their 20s they should be with somebody who looks like a young Scarlett Johansson or something. Like I think there's also like a weird incel entitlement thing too going on. But anyway, man, I'm not going to kill myself from no Nigerian team. I got my thoughts for that.
Yeah.
Dude, no way. Come on.
Well, it's just a bummer the kid like shot himself.
This podcast,
I don't know. I just feel
man.
like
We finally get to the news. It's just the most depressing fucking story
thought-
that you
The
introed with
Nigerians.
my act. Now, what I like about Dan's comedy is, but enough about that. John Beretti Ramsey.
I mean, it is a bummer that in America he shot himself instead of bringing that gun to his school and killing a bunch of other kids.
Yeah,
Right,
think about
right,
it.
right.
People with a similar penis size. That's why they do it.
Some
Right?
detective is like, just looking at all the different penises
Yeah.
of
It's
the
like, why are you
victims.
doing this? I'm noticing a trend.
Yeah, when he's 17, he knows how to find the Nigerian embassy on Google Maps. Come on.
Yeah, Nancy Drew in the case of the similar penises.
There is.
Come on, Nancy, let it go.
There have got to be like pedophile cops, right? Like where they're like, oh, this evidence is disgusting. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Let's just see it once more, though. Just once more. Just
Yeah.
Put it up once more.
There's
on the
actually
board.
like a big problem at the CIA. Like they actually did a
That-
news
I
article
remember that
about that.
story
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they found like it was what was it like? How much porn did they find on there? It was
Well, I mean, they
Child porn.
have gigabytes, if not terabytes, of child porn. Like the FBI and the CIA, just because like how do you monitor it without
course.
having
Yeah,
child?
for sure.
And then there was like a CIA report that was a bunch of the employees have been engaged in sex crimes, like watching the child porn, and it doesn't seem like there was any accountability for that. But
Wait
it's
a
just
minute. So they were like they brought it home essentially, that kind of thing.
right. I mean, like, or they were just like watching it on the clock or whatever the fuck.
Because they weren't like part of that unit. It was just like
Right.
some guy who was like,
How do you train a person to have to watch videos like that?
you don't. I mean, like I just wrote something there where the guy's job is one of those people who has to like watch shit like flag stuff on YouTube. That is a job.
Yeah.
So your entire day is watching like fucking animals being tortured.
Wow.
Kids being molested, murder, suicide, bombings.
Adam.
But it's just these guys.
Not cool. I'm singing up. Ew. Just beheading videos.
Yeah, it was a BuzzFeed article, but it was over the past 14 years, the CIA has secretly amassed credible evidence that at least 10 of its employees and contractors committed sex crimes involving children. Most of the cases were referred to U.S. attorneys for prosecution, though only one of the individuals was ever charged with a crime.
So wait, this was actual sex with kids?
I mean, like sex crimes with children could be sex abuse, actual sex with children, but it could also just be like distribution of child pornography
you just said
Adam
that Josh
beheading videos. Now, a lot of people think beheading videos are cool, but actually they're kind of bad.
Did you say I see that Josh Duggar documentary that just came out?
My wife's been watching it.
It's pretty gnarly, man. He was one of the John. I think John. No, he wasn't John Naples. No, he was the Duggars. The Duggars. They had a big.
Johnny Naples.
No, that was. No, they were just like he was just like cheating on her. I was like that was like normal compared to this.
Yeah.
This was like he was downloading shit. He was molesting his sisters. And the reason he went to jail now for 10 years is he got this, the most evil tape in human existence, which is Daisy's Destruction, which is Peter Scully's video, is like the most reprehensible pedophile murderer in the world, and he would film it. Anyway, that guy, Josh Duggar, has that tape. Like, so you get that tape, that's an immediate fucking put that guy away for fucking 10 years. Because the tape that it's not just like raping a kid, he kills him at the end. He makes the kid bury him and himself and shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's real fucked up.
Jesus, Dan, this is
this is
a comedy podcast.
Wait, what is this? Last podcast on the fucking left?
Yeah.
Call Henry
Damn.
Zabrowski for this shit.
Dan, people listen to this at work.
Wait.
I'm sick to my stomach, dude.
Where's the line?
Oh, you know what? Another fucked up thing. Let's keep it going.
Where's the line?
Dan, people listen to their jobs at the Library of Child Pornography.
I was kind of like, I mean, I don't research serial killers that much because like it really disturbs me.
Yeah.
But I was thinking
What's
about
the guy's name though that made the video?
Peter Scully.
Okay.
Look at his face, dude. They did a 60 Minutes 2 interview with him.
Yeah.
So
he made that video?
He made the video, and they found a couple of the bodies.
Mike
he
is
did
about
he does a couple kids.
Raiders of the Lost Ark to find this video. He's about the new Indiana Jones movie.
You don't.
Is
don't.
Mike?
No, I'm not gonna.
Mike.
Oh.
You will go to jail for a very long time, as you should.
Yeah.
No, this is like the worst.
He doesn't look like that bad of a guy. Actually, he's kind of handsome.
Enough to not hear my wife's shit anymore.
But he's he's the world's worst pedophile, Peter Scully. That's what they call him.
Dean Corll was a serial killer in Texas in the 70s.
Candyman murders. Yes, sir.
He, there was a massive child pornography distribution network, national network, run by a guy named John David Norman, and that's like one of those things. If you want to get into CIA conspiracy, you know.
So I remember that. Was that they had connections from Texas to like Boston?
They
right?
lived like almost right
crazy.
next to each other in Texas. Yeah. One of his victims was last seen at John David Norman's house, and this guy John David Norman had in the 70s a national child pornography and child trafficking. Of boys.
Okay, but it's almost like we should thank our federal agents for putting these freaks away, right?
Well, the thing is, like with John David Norman, there's a weird story where they actually raided his place and they found like 50,000 index cards with clients on them, and these were all like various rich people who they would have some of the boys stay with them in their dorms. These index cards with all the clients were sent to the U.S. State Department, and they were all destroyed. Under Henry Kissinger. And it's just like...
That makes sense.
But anyways...
Kissinger, man, he was the dark bag man in imperialist history.
It's like, thank you for sending me this water. Yes, I will.
It's crazy. It's just, he just can't go to certain countries or he'll be arrested on spot, that guy.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Because what he did in Chile, and I mean, he's done a lot. He's got a lot of blood on his hands, that guy.
I only brought up the Dean Corll thing, though, is because 11 of his victims, 11 of the children he killed, later turned up in the child pornography distributed by John David Norman. So that just kind of shows.
Jesus.
I know, and that's like one of those disturbing things that, like, let's say when you watch Pornhub or whatever, it's like you don't want to think about where your hamburger comes from. But it's like,
right.
Yes, some of these trafficking and murder networks link in with the porn networks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine...
I've been watching old Comedy Central Presents. Those are fun.
Those are fun to jerk off to.
Mitch Fattel. Yeah, there's a lot of this guy Peter Scully, and because he was finally arrested in Thailand, similar situation where he's doing a life sentence, but he had like tons of videos of other guys and the kids and like all this other info, and the evidence room was set ablaze one night. So with all that shit in it, so it's like as soon as they heard, I guess there was enough powerful people on some of the that they had it either from the country, and that's who burned it.
They were like, God struck it down with a lightning bolt. So bad. Thank you, God, for burning all of this.
God couldn't bear to look at it. It was so sinful.
Do you see the Jared documentary yet?
No.
Jared Subway?
Jared Fogle, Subway. I think it's called like the Subway Predator or something, which it's like, there's like a Subway Predator from the 70s. It was like, hey, man, that was my thing.
Yeah, there's many Subway Predators.
But he was just into whatever.
No, I'm the one that did it on the train. I'm not the sandwich one.
A fucking sandwich eater.
The LIRR Predator.
The Jimmy John's Predator. There's a new sandwich. What a funny thing that like the most boring celebrity ever just turned out to be the most interesting. Like Jared Fogle, everyone was like, this guy's milquetoast. This is the most boring celebrity ever. Right. Nope.
He's still away, right? He's staying away for how long?
He's got a couple more years left. I'm organizing a party for when he comes back.
It's so weird that
he'll do a podcast when he comes back. Probably.
Oh, he'll be on Legion of Skanks the first week back. He's a real ass dude.
Yeah, doggy. So here's the thing. People say that child pornography is bad, but
it'll be like Subway sandwiches sponsored Skank Fest,
Yeah.
No, he'll be on. I bet you he'll be doing something. It'll be way more awkward than OJ now, and OJ's real fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Well, everybody hates white women so much at this point. OJ, it's like 2 times as funny. Like it was funny because it was a guy who murdered someone. Yeah. But now it's like funny because it's a guy who murdered, and now we're like a white lady. Like it's like there's something awful going on, It's like that kid, that lemonade stand that got robbed.
Right.
But like he's like a preppy kid, so everyone's just laughing.
He's wearing like a straw hat. Yeah.
He was like this little kid wearing a straw hat. He's got some like lemonade stand. He looked like Pip from South Park.
They robbed him?
And these people robbed him. And then people online are just making fun of the kid because he wears like a bow tie.
He's wearing like a blazer and a bow tie and a straw hat.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny, though.
Yeah, it's
kind of puppet funny. Ass.
It's a victimless crime. I mean, compared to all the things lemonade stand theft compared to Peter Scully.
Yeah.
I was thinking like maybe it's an example of women having higher pain tolerance, though, just to like.
Can't wait where this goes.
Just to go back to
Please be about childbirth.
Just to go back to the serial killers that we were all liking so much. But it's like, I read about it, I get so like depressed and, whatever. And then it's like women will just listen to podcasts about the Ripper murderers in Atlanta carving, pentagrams into a woman's uterus when they disembowel her, and then they'll just go like do a spreadsheet. They'll go do a PowerPoint presentation on appropriate language in the workplace.
Just week after week. Yeah, the most gruesome. Because my TikTok feed is a lot of like, true crime stuff. And it's just like, you can't say sex on TikTok or ass or suicide, but you can just talk about the most graphic.
Murder.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it. They just do a spreadsheet.
It was the Ripper Gang. That's what I was thinking of.
The Ripper Gang. Yeah, they're Chicago, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What would they do?
It was a gang.
They would fucking
rip your dick off.
They'd cut women's breasts off and shit like that. Why? Because they're fucking Satanists who are high on fucking PCP and crank, and they're violent rapists, psychopaths who also murdered serial killers.
They're like, if we want to stand out from the other serial killers on podcasts, we got to be unique.
You think though, it's like these two people had to find, like the Rippers, they had to find each other.
Yeah,
it's the craziest thing. Where it's like some of these guys, like Otis Toole and Henry, what's his fucking face, Henry Lucas. They had to fucking find each other, and it's like the Lennon and McCartney, but of like serial killing.
Yeah, we don't let them talk about that and explore that. Like that magic
connection. They're like the Lewis and Dave Smith of serial killers.
But yeah, Jared Fogle. Maybe it'll be a new face. Who knows? But he'll be out soon. He's getting ripped again. I know that.
What if, like, to save their marriage, Mike and Deb, instead of having another kid, they just become serial killers? They just, like, start kidnapping children from the neighborhood.
You leave them a good podcast.
Yeah.
Dude, the serial killers, they still, like Jared Fogle got in trouble because he's still, like, writing dirty letters.
In jail.
Yeah, like, but to appropriate age women. But which also, like, what does that say about this girl? That's like, this girl's, like, sending him back boob pics.
Is he getting like fan mail like he's Charles Manson?
Everyone does,
Jesus,
dude.
Really?
Yeah, like when you're that bad, like Richard Ramirez had women falling.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 3 Doors Down and shit.
Yeah, the guy who was the Scream murders. That guy got married in jail. Ted Bundy, of course.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to generalize, but what is wrong with women?
Stop egging these guys on.
The true crime podcast. But when you send a love letter to Jared Fogle in prison, are you like, hey, I know you're innocent, or you're like, hey?
I think he admitted to it.
Sure, right.
Yeah, I mean, he could use the argument of like, oh, I was entrapped.
Jared just like reading the letter, and then he pulls out a picture. It's like a 35-year-old woman, just crumples the photo.
But he was also into bestiality. That's what
he was.
And he had like a weird relationship. The thing that he was a terrible guy, but the thing that like got him fucked was his the head of the Jared Fogle Foundation, his best friend, would set up a camera in his house for when like his daughter and all her friends were going to the bathroom and shit. And like they would like send each other videos back and forth, and what's his name? Like he was like, and like the way Jared treated him, he would call him like my doggy, my pet. He would call this guy. It was like real weird. It was it's just hilarious. Like that's how boring Indiana is. It's like one of the 3 famous people there that like he's
Jared Fogle, Larry Bird, and some other freak serial
John
killer.
Mellencamp.
Yeah,
those 3.
Hey, why do you
tell the story of Jared and Subway?
Jared, you give Indiana a bad name. Don't ever show your face in Indiana again. I'm Larry Bird, and I say, yeah. But anyway, well, that's good. It sounds like you're reading a lot.
No.
You know?
I'm not reading
Well, you
at
know
all.
a lot about this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I just know a lot about this fucking dark shit. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Ends up in his head somehow.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, I mean, I know a lot about like the Holocaust or whatever, but for whatever reason, like serial killers and pedophiles, like there's a book about the Franklin scandal or whatever. I need to read.
Cover up Nick Bryant, baby.
Yeah. And I need to read it, but I just
It's
keep
like
putting
Rain Man over here.
I keep putting it off because it's like there's something about like
there's the John DeCamp one, which is the state senator. Don't read that one, but the Nick Bryant one's good. He's the guy who broke the Epstein story, actually.
Yeah, he got Epstein's Black Book and he put it on Gawker. He's a great journalist.
But no one will work with now.
Yeah.
Really?
Why is
because of that?
I mean, like,
like because of you, a good man hung himself in his jail cell.
That's a good man. No, he was the one who gave the Black Book to Gawker. I know that. He had the list of the Epstein names. I think he was the first guy to get it. And he still doesn't get a lot of work. And I think he speaks a lot of truth to power, man. But the Franklin Credit Union stuff is pretty ghastly. But the problem with that is they mix. Who's that? Barry Crimmins, remember that comic who died? He got molested, when he was like a big child advocate. Also like a real drunk guy. Went through. And I say this is a real drunk guy.
A fucking mess. Let's be honest.
He was like backstage.
Hey, there's a reason a man dies, and it's because God don't want him here no more.
Look,
he ain't safe to be here.
I know most molested guys are pretty well put together, but this one like the sauce.
This Barry story is really funny. I guess like Jay was backstage with him, and he's like
Dan's so catty.
all right, no, forget it. Please tell us. Well, he's dead now, but this is like for like they didn't give him enough. He wanted more time on the show, and he was like, "I'm Barry Crimmins," and he takes his lanyard art and he throws it, but it's a lanyard, so it just kind of like sails a little like a paper airplane, and then like just beautifully like drops on the. But anyway, he I think what happened with the Franklin cover up is that they had all these satanic elements that were mixed in there that weren't real.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to like Barry Crimmins would say, like, a kid would be like, I was, these bears, they were in my bed. Jesus Christ, it's my wife.
Dance phone going off.
Sorry, it's my wife. These bears, these bears, they were in bed with me. They were in bed, and then the kid would be like, "Oh, he's obviously crazy," and then they would go, and then it's like, and then we found the guy's bear suit. You know, like, so it's like you play into a psychosis element of it, so you can get away with what you really want to get away with.
Fucking wild.
But Franklin,
there's a lot of guys dressing up like aliens and shit out there.
Dude, well, that's the. Have you seen Abduction in Plain Sight?
Going back a day later.
Abduction in Plain Sight. That's
I heard of
the documentary. Yeah, the guy
Oh,
pretends that they're being abducted and they're going through all these experiments, and that's why he like convinces her that the aliens have to save the human race. They must have sex. Like it was crazy. Oh, you haven't seen that documentary? It's
no.
Fucking wild.
Is that what you said to Deb?
Hey, baby. You want to have a close encounter of the 69th kind? Sorry.
We're on a spaceship right now? That's crazy.
It's a fresh direct carcass
He's like running home.
They fly away on an actual spaceship though.
I'm on a bike.
I have like Morgan Mindy ears as I'm driving by. Anyway, the moral of this: don't fuck kids, everybody.
Yeah.
No good, you jerk.
Well, it's so easy to get your kid kidnapped. It only takes like a second, and then that's it. You don't get any kind of do-over or anything. You know, my kid got his fingers caught in the door the other day.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, and I was looking at the door because we just moved to a new place. So like he puts his fingers like in the hinge of the door to like get down the step.
Oh, that's rough.
And and I was like, oh, I better be careful because he's gonna get his fingers caught in the door. I had my hand on the door, so it didn't pinch him like really hard, but it did. But at least that I'm like, okay, I won't do that again. But when you leave the car running with the keys in it, you know.
Yeah, he went to
you
the
don't get
bank.
a do-over.
People messaged it. He told the story. He's like, oh, so I go into the bank. I'm with Ben. I go into the bank the other day. So I'm like, wait, where's okay? And he's like, you left Ben in the car and went into the bank.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
He wasn't allowed to do that.
No, I was across the street. I was watching the car the whole time.
He goes, no, I was in the state.
No, I have.
You go buy fireworks in Pennsylvania. I stayed in Jersey.
This was like months ago. He was sleeping, but I had my eyes. I could
I'm
see.
a different man.
It was hot. The windows were rolled up.
The windows were cracked. I could see the car the whole time.
It was December.
No, it was fine. See this? I don't like parent shaming on this show.
I'm not parent shaming. Parenting is fucking difficult, and you realize that when you got
me and Scott are sitting over here with fucking dogs.
When you have a dog and you go, I love the neglect I can throw on this dog.
Sure.
And I don't mean because it's not neglect, because it's a dog. Like I love that you can leave a dog alone in a room for an hour and let it be.
Yeah, but I feel like a ton of guilt with my dog now. I kind of ignore it and I feel really bad.
Because you're a kid?
Yeah.
You only have so much love to give, bro.
I don't know.
Give your
like,
dog a big hug for me tonight.
I will.
Thank you. Yeah, your dog's cute, man. Give your dog a hug.
Speaking of weird porn, I remember I went on Pornhub once, and there was a girl, like, the first 3 videos, this is up for, like, 2 days, was a girl fucking a golden retriever.
No!
Yeah.
Well, you saw that girl just got busted down in somewhere. I don't know.
Fucking
but
like a dog outside of church or something?
Yeah, a dog, and she's, like, very proud of it. She doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't understand what everybody else's issue is.
Crazy. Yeah. She's
like
ill, yeah.
Like, she just thinks she's a freak. I actually think there's, like, on Twitter, she's, like, talking to people, you know, like, from the past, and, like, they'll be like, you ain't a freak, I'm a freak. And she's like, bitch, I fuck a dog, a horse. I'm a freak. And she's, she's like wild little white girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like trying to open, so you just DM her a picture of your pit bull.
The Nigerians are like, we have a picture of you fucking a dog. You don't have to come kill me. I don't give a fuck.
Usually, like, we have a match. Is a Nigerian accent racist? I know you do the American black. It's racist. Black person's racist.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop Scott.
Yeah.
Which one?
The Nigerian?
I do all white people.
Can you do a Nigerian accent?
I think you can. I think it's funny enough.
It's different enough, right? Like, because it's a different country. So.
I think it depends, like, how you feel in your heart about the people when you're, if If you love the people, I don't think it matters, you know? If you're thinking about fond times laughing with them, you could do a Chinese voice if in your head you're thinking about all the times you made a Chinese guy smile.
Well, what's crazy about that story is the Nigerian guys.
That would work if you got canceled, but I agree.
The Nigerian guys, they were like, you have to send us $1,000. And it's like, you're like, you wish that kid went to his dad. But if my kid came to me, I'd be like, well, we're going to get $1,000.
I know. You're like, we got to kill ourselves. We got to fucking kill ourselves.
Deb gets home.
What did you do? You got us in a mess.
Deb gets home.
He's going to get his whole family in the line.
Deb gets home. We're pointing guns at each other's head. She's like, well, hold on a second. I have $1,000.
Yeah. Deb flashes the pizza guy. He gives her $1,000.
The pizza guy.
I don't know. One of my sisters, not even my sister, one of my sisters.
She'd have to flash at least 20 pizza guys.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you just have all this pizza.
That's another porn guy. Girl blows pizza delivery guy in front of husband.
But now the better ones is there's women that'll just do it. Like you'll watch. Apparently, it's real. You know, you'll see some like actual. He looks like he works at Domino's guy. Getting his dick sucked, you know? It's like a secret camera. That's a crime against that man, isn't it? We never talk about that, though.
If they blur his face out, I think it's fine, right?
Is it, though? It's still a crime against him.
Yeah. Because really, you're like, I got all these other pizzas to deliver.
You're filming him against his permission.
I don't really
I was doing another...
Yeah, sure, you can suck my dick, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, well, suck my dick.
It's pretty fucked up. They blur the guy's face, but they don't blur Scott's sister's face in those videos.
I remember I did. Did you ever do Mojo's, Mike, in Youngstown, Ohio?
No.
It's a real Youngstown, Ohio is a pretty crime-ridden place, and this venue kind of sucked. But our host was they're like, our host isn't here, and it was like 50 minutes in, and finally this guy came in with like a Pizza Hut outfit on, and he just got on stage. He goes, "Hey, welcome to comedy." He had just gotten off his shift at Pizza Hut and still like was smelling like. I was like, this is really making it look legit, guys. Really making it look legit.
It's funny some of the people these clubs will put on when there's like the local people.
Yeah, well, they just want someone they can emotionally. Most of those guys just want someone they can emotionally abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the local.
Oh, like
comics.
the club owners.
Yeah, like the bookkeeper can just be mean to the person.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. I have noticed that trend. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's always like a lot of funny guys in whatever area that is, but then the guy who they use most on the weekend is like owed a bunch of money by the club owner, but is kind of more accepting of it than everybody else would be. Damn. Oh, life, like a motherfucker. It's bigger. That's one of my favorite lyrics ever.
Yeah, but anyway, so what were we talking about? Ohio? Youngstown. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Youngstown, there's a lot. It's a good place to stop when you're driving on 80 because there's a lot. They have like every fast food restaurant.
Dude, I think I've been to every fast. Have you been to every fast food restaurant?
I think there's a few I haven't been to, but there's a lot that I want to like revisit. Like
I don't think I've been to Jollibee. Maybe I went there once. I went to.
Oh, that's like the Korean one that everybody's into. Yeah.
I got fat, man. I got real fat.
I live above a Popeyes and a 24-hour McDonald's now, and I haven't been to either. But I haven't been to either one yet.
I had McDonald's before Scott picked me up. You know, sometimes it's all you want.
Get? Yeah, what's your order?
I got the bacon McCrispy chicken meal, and then I got another little cheeseburger.
You got a little friend.
And he ordered it at like full volume too. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got the bacon crispy chicken meal."
No, I did seamless, so didn't have to hear my fucking voice.
Sometimes it's all you want should be their new tagline.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all you want. Yeah, for sure.
I love their double cheeseburger so much.
Oh, dude, their quarter pounder is wow.
Oh yeah.
But no, then you're talking
I'll get that next.
Numbers. Now all of a sudden you're handing a lady a 20 and you're getting like almost no change back.
Yeah, it's the hormones and the stress of the cows before they kill them that gives the flavor.
That's a real problem for me, because it's like I love animals and cows and pigs are just dogs and cats.
Oh, everything. Dude, chickens pretty much are too. You treat them nice. They'll sleep in bed with you. And
will they?
Yeah, I saw a video of a lady like who treated her chicken like a dog, and it jumped around and she fed it and she pet it, and Yeah, you just show something love, and they do it back. It's crazy, this world.
Yeah, and it was a white lady.
Yeah.
I gotta go vegan, man. I feel so bad.
Me too.
About that
Yeah,
shit.
I really want to.
Should we go vegan together? Should we go vegan and we'll come back next week? We'll report on.
Yeah, it's just us.
Talk about veganism.
Either very tired or very angry.
Yeah, you know the chicken was acting like a dog because the lady in the video was white and she had sex with it.
She brought it to Whole Foods with no leash.
I don't think we get better than that, folks.
Yeah. No, I do remember when I was in middle school, we like went on a field trip and then we went to McDonald's like after the field trip for lunch, and it was like a long day and I was like really hungry, and I went and ordered I ordered a bunch of food, and the lady goes, "Okay, that'll be $7.13." And back then that was like a lot of $7 was like a lot of money to spend at McDonald's. I almost had this panic attack. I was like, my parents are gonna be so mad. Because I got a double quarter pounder and a quarter pounder.
My nephew be getting like 20-piece nuggets and shit.
Yeah.
He's a little monster. Yeah. He's getting there. Yeah. He loves it. He loves their sweet teas and shit.
Yeah.
All good. It's all good shit, man.
Oh, it's so good. It tastes so good.
That Popeye spicy chicken sandwich, there's like nothing better.
Oh, it's great.
I could eat 2 of them.
I still do spicy 3-piece, though, with the red beans and rice.
The bone-in chicken or the tenders?
Bone in, usually. But tenders are good, too.
Yeah, bone in,
well, guys,
it's so
if you
much
wanna...
messier, but I do prefer it. And I don't even know at this point if it does taste better. But I'm always a bone-in guy.
Oh, yeah?
I even like the instant mashed potatoes at those places.
No.
It's just like, I don't mind it.
Oh, you don't mind it?
I actually kind of like it. Like,
I actually don't mind instant mashed potatoes.
It's like gross, but I'm like, because I know how gross
They're
it
just
is,
so
I'm fine
easy.
with it.
Yeah.
We're gonna like ease into old people home food like nothing, right? We're just gonna yeah, this is great. Fuck it. We're just gonna like our pudding bodies sliding into old people home. Yep, it's mashed. It's for me.
Before we're even 40, we're gonna be eating fruit cups and that like syrup.
My uncle had a MS, and so he was in an old people's home, but he wasn't old, you know. And so it would be like,
all right, guys, if you want to hear what happened to Scott's uncle, go head over to the Patreon. Patreon.com.
They'd be like, we're having Desi Arnaz night or some shit, you know? They'd be like...
Wait, do you want to finish it on Patreon?
They'd be like, it's Fred Astaire night. And then my uncle would be all like... Well, he wouldn't be anything because he was a vegetable. But I'd assume he'd want to listen to Queen or Led Zeppelin, you know? I always felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're on the Patreon.
They thought he was a fruit and he was a vegetable.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. He's like, you treat me like I'm a fruit.
Yeah.
And I'm a vegetable.
I'm a vegetable.
All right, everybody.
Wait, we should give Dan a chance to plug
some more Dan stuff.
I'll probably be releasing a comedy special this fall, so be on the lookout for that. And our podcast, Wrestle Roasts. I have a new podcast, The It Couple, where me and my wife review horror podcast movies. Jesus Christ. And, working on a few other things. There you go.
Don't tell me you'd fuck Ben Kissel.
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, take a look for a Dan special. We recorded last week. We'll be dropping before Mike's.
Is that what people are saying? I'm waiting too long?
No.
No one's saying that.
No one's talking about your comedy special.
All right.
This is when people go, asking. Have my special go. Good. Oh, great, man. Yeah. That's where the conversation ended.
Okay, wait, no one's talking about it?
No one's talking. No.
There's no anticipation.
No, people have been asking. I got to just get on that. He's dragging his feet. Let's call him, right? We're going to call him over on the Patreon.
Let's call him on the Patreon and threaten him.
And we're going to crack the whip.
We're going to use Dan as our voice.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/OutForSmokes.
Patreon.com/OutForSmokes. And if you already give us money, thank you very much. We'll thank you again over on Patreon. But I'll tell you what, those checks that we get at the beginning of the month, it's like UBI. It's like living Andrew Yang's dream.
Yeah, Deb would have to flash 20 pizza delivery drivers to get us that kind of money.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much. And the week before I get the check, that's not a good week for me. So let's get some more Patreon.
Yeah, you like when that
so
Zell
it could
hits,
bleed over a little, you know?
Oh, Wrestle Roast has a Patreon.
Yeah, Wrestle Roast also has a Patreon. Yeah, guys, I have another podcast with this guy next to me, Dan. Come do that one and do that Patreon.
We think it's still around.
Yeah, it's there.
Nice. All right. Yeah, that's it. See you on Patreon. Follow me on Instagram, I guess. Mike Racine Comedy. We're going to have T-shirts soon. We'll be doing those.
Look at this guy like refusing to leave a bar because he doesn't think the chick thinks he's cool enough yet. Also, no, wait. I will impress you.
Yeah. All right, everybody. This has been Out for Smokes. We'll see you next time.